Hello there, and welcome to a special gameplay series for Against the Storm. This little mini-series is special because you can win a key for this game at the end of it. Basically, in a nutshell, we're going to try to win a Prestige 10 run in this little mini-series. If I succeed, I get to share a couple of keys with you, because it's a little event for us here. So, to participate, just join my Discord server. The link is down below, or if you don't want that, just send me an email and let me know that you want to take part in the raffle. That I will start after this whole thing is over, if we get this through, that is. More details will follow. Like I said, join the Discord or write me an email. Both things work. We are going to go through this thing on the marshlands right next to a watchtower. So this thing will make this run considerably easier, but the contest that I'm partaking in doesn't say that we're not allowed to settle down next to a watchtower. We're playing in the marshlands because I find that more exciting. Sure, I could take the safe way in the royal woodlands, but that would be actually boring. So we're playing marshlands here. The downside of the marshlands is pretty clearly that you have a low chance of farming. The benefit there is you have a lot of food available. I also always suffer a little bit from wood scarcity in that biome. So we're going to play therefore with the beavers here. I will have less people to work with, but beavers are really good to start with. We're going to pick up the newcomers as a starting thing, so we're not that low on people. And let's see. I'm always a big fan of starting with extra coal, because that is just super helpful in so many regards, and we still have a couple of points left. I could go for these delivery lines here. Well, I'm gonna do that. These are so powerful, and ale is something I know that the beavers will like and will love. Okay, so we're going to go into this, and hopefully we're going to win this game. So, apart from that, check out my comment section down there. I'm currently starting up a new Let's Play gameplay channel, where you will see way more gameplays than ever from my side. I'll start posting new stuff there once it hits 1,000 subscribers, so let me help you or help me to let me help you. That's more the thing. So, that being said, let's just take a look at those mysteries. We got, as a positive thing, the sun festivities. So, people with complex food have a chance of double yield during the spring. It's actually really powerful. Downsides, we get costlier trade routes during the storm. Alright, important to note. Recipes producing building materials are less effective. We get extra resolve debuffs for discovering something during the storm. That's pretty nasty. And we need coats in the storm. Okay, that's a pretty interesting thing. So, downsides for the prestige. We have harder blight rod. It's pretty nasty. Let's see. Apart from that, I'm double checking them now because I have taken a pretty long break from the game, so I want to know what I'm getting myself into. So, trading is less effective. Slower Glade events, it's really brutal, yeah. So, double consumptions, that's nothing new. Costier buildings, faster leaving people, and rerolls to cost something. And we get blight rod cysts every third year. Okay, so we're going to get started with our basics. I really have my standard procedure that I by now use on every single run, and this one won't differ. So we're going to turn off coal as a material to use for the hearth for a moment, and we're going to get ourselves there. No, wait, here. Jeez. Like I said, I took a break for a couple of days from that game. It shows. So we're going to go for these guys here with a higher priority than the others. because woodcutter camps are just what we need. I'm starting here with a really low amount of people. I currently notice, I just noticed that we actually don't need to have 4 shelters, actually. 3 are enough. Okay. So, let's get started here with a couple of woodcutters, and let's see how this whole situation develops. I feel a little bit worried about my low population start, but at the end of the day, it's nothing really to be worried about. Okay. Problem about the trees in this biome is that they have no chance of extra wood spawn. That is a problem because this means that you will have way less wood than in most biomes, because most biomes actually feature a little bit of extra yield of wood there. So, +2 to reed production. More blueprints for sale. Faster trade routes. Well, I'm gonna take my reroll here. I don't like any of these for too much. Well, yikes. Don't like any of these too much. Well, we're going to take the Sparkcaster because it's always nice to have Blight Rod faster destroyed, I suppose. So let's get some forced delivery done, because I want to get that wood into my stockpiles, so something can get done here. Housing is extremely important for everybody. So what kind of orders will we take? Glades here, really tempting. We're not going to take the timed order here, though. I should really stall the orders now, because timed orders can appear. So, 3 trade routes and crop packs for more people. Actually quite exciting here. So, I'm gonna let myself get nudged towards trade routes here already. I'm down. We got a lot of food after all, so it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. So, we got stone and mushrooms to begin with. Alright. And a really terribly low amount of workers to work with. I'm gonna rely on my starting food now. Okay, so the residences get done. I'm building one more in advance already because I figured that we might be wanting that. And I think I'm just going to get myself some paths done here already. So my worker has some project that he can follow while we're waiting for more wood. The first year is always a little bit of a slow burn. So let's check out our environments. I really like this trio here. They're looking fun. We have 2 danger glades here and a small one there. Well, definitely not gonna open any danger glades before the break of the next year here. We definitely need more people. Totally need more people. So, are there any wonderful things on the first draft that I totally want, that I would ever skip on? Yeah, I expected as much. Oh well. The stamping mill is nice because of the flour, usually, but since agriculture is pretty much a... well, can't say that I'm too happy about any of these. Ow. Well, got the housing thing done, and let's make sure that we get these. I can't even upgrade to the first level of community. Whatever. It's fine. I don't care too much. Just gonna get myself working towards that. I mean, the neat part about this biome is that it actually feeds you while you're harvesting its trees. So it's not that much of a big deal that I don't have the workers right away for the gatherers, you know. Doesn't really hurt us too much. starting food we got, plus the fungus we collect. No biggie. I'm more concerned about the fuel. By the way, the extra coal that I picked up is mostly meant to be a ways and means to resolve early Glade events. With 70 coal in my pocket, I have, for one, a nice emergency reserve, and for another thing, I can just fire this away at the first Danger Glade events that we're running into. I really like that one. So, we're going to need the makeshift post and that, the crew workstation. Jeez, it's trouble today to recognize all these icons. I always had trouble though navigating through the menus here. Always has been the case with this game. I don't know what it is. So, first storm, we actually are breezing through it while maintaining all our woodcutters. No problem whatsoever. I'm not too surprised in all honesty. So, I'm going to nudge them now towards this way, so we can get ourselves a corridor towards the Danger Glade as soon as possible. I want that. So, wood is slowly stockpiling up. I like that. Really appreciate the fact that we're getting somewhere here. So at the beginning of the next year, we're going to see the first wave of migrants. I think the slow burn start is pretty wise nevertheless, because this way I had guaranteed access to beavers. And these guys still have a chance of double yield. Bam. Just, right on cue. Good guy. So this mitigates the problem of this biome in a natural way. That's why I love picking up beavers here in this this biome. They're just my absolute favorites. So we can get herbs and reed or grain. Ugh. Well, picking up the humans, even though their most powerful move... Oh, hello there, beautiful. I forgot that I already have learned these sweet perks. So, I have unlocked the perk that my people can see where fertile soil's at. So that's a human perk that you can unlock. And this allows me to actually go a different way now. So I'm really tempted to pick up the plantation. The stamping mill would be a pretty tempting choice too, but I have learned from past mistakes. If you see fertile soil and you get a plantation, a farm, whatever offered, take it. Usually I've always been regretting if I didn't do this. I had that so many times that I really, yeah, I'm very passionate about this. Alright, so I want to have another one of these residences. I mean, we could build houses specifically for the races right now already, but they're way too costly to be realistically done. So we're working our way now towards that Danger Glade. Wouldn't have been my first pick at all, but after all, since we now know what we know, it's a brilliant pick. So, this place here shall not produce more than 10 of any. And this should get us somewhere. So I don't need anything constructed anymore, so the last worker can be put into the crew workstation here. So, cornerstone time. 2 insects every time we cut down a tree during the storm. That's an interesting one. So, hostility reduction for every hearth on level 2. Barrels for plank production. I love over-diligent woodworkers. I think I'm going to take that. Yeah. This is just really, really good. Every colony produces planks, so let's take the most out of it. Deliver 15 copper ore. Versus building materials. So, well, if I can get my hands on some copper ore, I'm just gonna wait what the open glade will show. We will have to reorganize our workers quite heavily once we open the glade, because of the danger event there. So, we got coal, rain spirit totem, but no copper. So definitely not gonna pick up the copper goal. What do we have here? The rain spirit totem. We can perform a harmony ritual with hostility reduction, but can we actually? Doesn't look like we can. We're gonna burn it down and gain sea marrow. I like that. So to this end, I'm going to unemploy 2 woodcutters and let them do the heavy lifting here now. That's why I am such a big fan of bringing coal to the embarkation, you know? It's just a flat out reason. It shows, again, how good it is. Now, let's see. Does that show me anything new? I have forgotten what I can pick. So we have a steady supply of coal. We need a trapper's camp to pick up that stuff. But this also would get me access to leather. So, trapper's camp, not an option. We have berries and plant fibers, so fabric is not a problem. I do see that clothier, and I remember that we need coats. It's already... this one was not was a no-brainer. So, let's see. I could pick up a workshop. Jack of all trades and master of none. Well... I'm very tempted. This is a pretty powerful building. It has its downsides, clearly, but it's really powerful in that regard that you don't need to worry about anything on your other drafts anymore. And since we are very early in the game, I'm picking this guy up. I'm very tempted towards the tinctury, because that would be an ale production, but since we have a steady trickle of ale automatically, no need. The lumber mill, pretty tempting, but I don't think that scrolls or trade goods are that important right now. The supplier, since we don't have grain that we can mill, no, that's the workshop. Let's go. Oh, beautiful. Quite exhilarated here. It's a pretty good start, guys. So we can get ourselves already the farmland down. The biggest downside of our colony is definitely currently the lack of workers. So we're going to unemploy the herbalist. I think that's the smartest thing to do right now. Let's do a forced delivery on this guy so he can empty his stash one more time before I unemploy him. There we go. Just want to have somebody working here. It's uncool if we don't have the progress on that end. Turns out I cannot talk about things and look for hotkeys at the same time. Good. So, this totem, does it have any downside on the... Oh, no. We actually got lucky. Very, very much so. So let's see if that inflicts... And yeah, I do now know that I take this one. Reinforced saw blades actually is a really good thing. This would have yielded a little bit more tools, but whatever. So, 3 human houses, 3 beaver houses. Very tempted, because this fits very well into my plans. Yeah, we take that. Why not? Heavy millstone, so I should try to get my hands on something we can... Oh boy, I think I'm so stupid. If I remember correctly, we can make mushroom flour. That should be a thing. Dang. I think that's a thing. The herbalist's trial, very, very tempting, but I'm not gonna go for these timed orders. Especially since I don't have any access to any of these goods. So, crop packs versus building materials. Wildfire essence, clay and leather. No, I want that. Let's stop this so I have another chance to probably get myself hands on a timed order that I can actually fulfill. Probably. Good. So we have now enough houses. Impatience is already rising. I'm a little bit concerned. We need to fulfill some sort of thing. And it's also very important that the very first thing that I want to put up before we put up anything else will be a blight post. It's so easy to forget this little guy, and it's so devastating if you do so. Therefore, be smart. Don't forget your little blight post. It's very, very important. Also, we're going to put up the plantation. I do see that we have a good influx of building materials and everything. Just a little bit concerned on the fuel side, because we are eating up a lot of wood with our buildings and everything. But for now it works. It's very unfamiliar for me to have such a very, very low amount of workers early on. All my gameplays through, I've been focusing a lot of workers early on. It's always been one of my recipes for success, you know. And now I'm doing it really differently. So we're just getting the job done before the storm starts. I mean, it doesn't matter at all. I'm very happy about the sea marrow. It's a pretty nice thing. So, I want a trading post next. There we go. Might be slow progress, but it's steady progress. Most important thing is we opened up this danger glade without any fallout, without any bigger complications or whatever might be the case. So I want to give this plantation a high prioritization. Simply because it is a building that I want to have done before the next year starts. I want to have people that can start sowing those fields. It's really important that we get that production running. Berries are food. Plant fibers are massively valuable for fabric production, so we get the best out of two worlds. So let's see, we're going to need to fulfill one of our orders rather sooner than later. Oh, this one is no good anymore. Actually not too bad. This opens up 2 new worker slots. It's no use to put the worker and put the humans to work here already at this year. So we're going to get ourselves a small trappers camp. So we can start harvesting this stuff here. Keeping your food production up is, even if the biome is generous, a very, very important thing. Alright. So, hope the builders, the extra builders will get us somewhere now. Alright. So, we have a very, very generous and easy storm season here in front of us. Good. So, let's see. Yeah, totally take the beaver folks. Alright, so I'm gonna put the humans into the plantation, because if I remember correctly, they're going to fertilize the fields now, so they have a higher yield when the new year comes. Totally down for that. I like the change so much that the new immigrants are hitting town when storm season comes. This feels so much better. So much better. I'm surprised how much I like it, actually. I mean, this also means that we have to get the housing done in time. But, you know, there's always something. Speaking about which, we don't have many people here. Good God. So I'm gonna cut down on the trappers. Cut that down to 1 person. Because I feel like I want to have... Let's see. Can I make provisions out of anything we got here? So we got plenty of eggs and herbs. So the thing is, I want to start with trade routes as fast as possible. because we really need to fulfill some of these orders. And crop packs, well, it'll be a little bit of a more difficult thing. But all in all, we need to get working, start working on that. So, berries are also eligible. That's pretty good. Okay, so the last guy will go into the blight post for now, because we need purging fire. It's going to be the 3rd years anytime soon, and that means we're gonna have some trouble with that. And these buffoons are already... Ugh, I hate it. Should have done this. They've been burning valuable sea marrow for no good reason at all. Jeez. These people. I really, really hate it when that happens. So, we're going to go for advanced workshops. Not yet. I'm really low on people still. I'm gonna go for the warehouse next. Warehouse and hearth, I'd say. I'm gonna build up ourselves. Or do I really need the hearth yet? No, I don't. Totally don't. So, Fury Wrath. Grainbacks. I don't have grain production. Well, I'll take the traders bringing me amber. It's always a nice little bonus. So, let's see. What are you buying? What can we do? Do I need anything from your side, my dear friend? Well, I don't think so. The only thing that I'm vaguely interested in is food. Something we can't do crop packs out of. So, mushrooms, root, these things. Grain. Not flour, though. Sadly, she doesn't have grain. So, let's see. The mushrooms are obscenely costly, though. We don't have any money here, so nah. I'm not down. Well, let's see. 5 glades. Huh. No thanks. Not with that kind of time pressure. So, Beaver Clan support. They want 100 wood and 100 building materials. Well, 15 building materials. Sorry. The rewards are pretty tasty. There's no tools, though. These rewards are really lackluster except for the tools. I'll take that one. Okay, we need to get something done here for good. So, building materials. We can deliver 7 packs of these, so... Well... Pains me to do so, but I think I'm going to activate them. Because we actually need quite a lot of them. So... Gonna bring a 3rd person here. And let's see if we can already fulfill any trade routes. So, these guys would be buying stone from us. Tempting. Yeah, let's do this. I mean, we just need a certain amount of trade routes finished, and I think this will be probably the first order we will be fulfilling. Good. Let's fast up this a little bit. Alright. So the still the low amount of people in my colony bothers me much. But at the same time, it also means that we're going to be able to work with that low amount of food somewhat better. So we should get in ourselves field kitchen up and running also. Here. And a workshop. Because that makeshift, that crude workstation is actually really a bad friend of mine. Because at the end of the day, it is worse than the normal thing, you know. So, go prioritize this wonderful little thing here a little bit. So corruption should be happening any moment soon. We are getting our fuel reserves together though. But it already shows that the wood consumption is too high. We need to stop making building materials. It doesn't work at all. Tragic, but well. We need those materials somewhere else. It's obvious. And we're starting to run low on food. So we're going to get this trapper going. And yeah. Things are growing to be a little bit more complicated than before. Okay. So those provision packs are still a pretty heavy burden on my economy. So we're going to drop the ball here as well. And return those eggs into the economy. I also will plant berries only here. It was okay for 1 year, I suppose, but we totally should start focusing on producing more food here on the plantation, obviously. We won't be starving that quickly, don't you worry if you are. But we really need to get ourselves somewhere with that. Especially need to crack up the production of my woodcutters. I think that's the most blatant and obvious thing right now. So we're going to unemploy this bad boy and start employing this guy. Wonderful. So we're starting to have homeless people this time. And we're getting our first lizards, which bring food. Wonderful. I like that. So for the houses here, we don't have any material whatsoever. So very sad that we still have to run basic condos, but we totally need to yeah, you see the problem here by yourself, let's say. Okay, so we're only at 50% of the impatience of the queen, so it's okay. It's totally okay. Nothing to be particularly concerned about. Food income is also pretty okay at that point. We're hopefully getting the residents up before the storm comes in. And most importantly, we have now also lizards, which I just realized are better off in here. Totally put a lizard in there. They have the double production bonus there going on for themselves, you know? Okay. It's a little bit scary because we don't have the necessary fuel for the cysts, but the corruption level is not marked as dangerously high, so we should be fine. But we should probably unemploy one of these guys. Alright. Shouldn't be any bigger issue. I already know what we can do about the lizard guy. Going to put him down there. And at a warm spot, the lizards are just happiest, you know? Alright. So I think, let's see. Looking good so far. Except for the wood income. But I think with the second woodcutter, we're getting somewhere else now. So, I can sell some sea marrow. Totally down for that. You know, that stuff is basically just for us right now. Not that super important. It also gives me the option to get my trade route quest done. Which is pretty important to me right now. So, can we make the building materials out of something less problematic? So we had corruption deaths. Damn, that's unfortunate. Really thought that we could avoid that. So we lost 2 woodcutters and a builder. Oh, that's quite horrible. But that also means we can employ this last as a woodcutter again. So it clearly shows that I need to step up my game here and allow them to use the other materials as well. Otherwise, we are way too much in trouble with the storm season here. That's bad insofar as it increases the impatience of the queen quite substantially if we have people leaving our colony. So things aren't looking too good here so far, not gonna lie. But let's see, Zork is coming to save the day, isn't he? So we can now safely buy ourselves some goods to get ourselves some crop packs made with. So, sadly, my stuff is only worth half of what it usually is, so it's not gonna be that much. But still better than nothing. There we go. So let's see, this should get me at least somewhere. That should actually fulfill the first order here. Very, very happy about that. So, let's see. I want... market shift plan. More trade routes, but no more traders until we have fulfilled 8 of them. Pretty interested in that. That's also a very, very tasty one. But we're going to take that one. I've already shopped with Zorg. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. He just went away when I didn't need him anymore. Love it. So we're going to make this like that. And let's see what kind of orders we can still get here. Danger Glades. So I need to open 2 in a certain amount of time. Hell no. That's way too dangerous for my taste. So... well, this follows the course of things that we already have here. 20 aesthetics decorations. Leisure fulfillment. We're totally gonna get that one. Because I have ale supply. Good. So, I am confident that we're going to get the problem resolved with the corruption this time properly. But I am not convinced that it's a good idea this year to open a new danger glade. I just am not convinced. I want to build a mine over this stuff here, so we can get that coal to some use. And then let's see. I'm pretty sure that the new plantation, the new berry plantation will get us somewhere. And we got all necessary things to build the crop packs that we require for that quest. So... we can finally fulfill our first task. Or a change. So I'm very unhappy about firing away my my coal and my sea marrow deposits like that. But after I've seen what has happened last storm, you know, this was one of the worst things that could have happened to me, basically. We are already struggling population-wise, and the last thing we needed were people leaving this place, you know. But it's all gonna be fine, because we can now finally deliver this quest, and we'll gain 4 newcomers, so... and actually there's gonna be even more newcomers now. Brilliant. So we're going to pick up these people, and... I'm going to cut this episode right at this point, so we're going to continue our journey next time. It's a very exciting adventure this time. I think we are actually on a good path. I know it doesn't look like that right now, but there's a lot of good things happening, especially due to the fact that we got that coal here. We can then use the wood exclusively for building materials. We will be getting somewhere. So, see you guys next time. Drop me your comments down below. Leave me your thumbs up, or a subscription would be nice too. And considering the giveaway of the keys, check out my Discord. I'll be announcing when it'll happen. It will be after the 21st of September. I also put that down into the comment, where you'll also find the link to my other Let's Play channel. So, have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching this, and see you soon.